guys, it's Nurse Gwenny. Let's talk about Saturday night palsy. So I just learned about this from a super smart nurse practitioner friend of mine recently when he saw it in clinical practice and said, Gwenny, you should make a video about this. I said, teach me about it. I have no idea what it is. So I dug in and did a little studying, and Saturday night palsy is neuropraxia, or temporary loss of motor and sensory function to a peripheral nerve, in this case the radial nerve, caused by prolonged compression of your radial nerve right here in the spiral groove of your humerus. And it's called Saturday night palsy because it oftentimes is seen after somebody is drunk and they pass out on their arm like this against a hard surface, like a bar or a bench seat, something like this. Or even if a patient is passed out drunk on a jail bed that's hard and rigid like that for a prolonged amount of time. Now, did you know the word palsy was actually shortened from the word paralysis, because palsy is a short-term paralysis is part of that. So that's where the word palsy comes from. Now, if you see a patient with Saturday night palsy, get a history from them and they're probably going to tell you they passed out drunk last night, or they just fell asleep in an awkward position, maybe on an ambulance on the way home from an LDT. But the treatment for it is pretty easy. It's usually self-resolving in days to weeks. But if it's prolonged or it's causing problems with function, because it does cause numbness and tingling throughout the fingers, or maybe even motor loss here in the thumb or wrist, we want to rest that. We want to do some passive movement, range of motion exercises, and give these patients NSAIDs like ibuprofen. In more severe cases, they might need to follow with neurology or even go on a course of steroids to reduce that inflammation to help calm down that radial nerve, but it usually self-resolves. So now you know, don't pass out against something hard to where it's compressing that radial nerve, or you might have Saturday night palsy.